Hi everyone, welcome. My name's Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is another Facebook Live. I'm really happy to be here. I've got some really exciting news and some really great things to show you as well for this week. Hi Marion, welcome. As you pop on, if you could please just say hello, that'd be really great. And if I don't know where you're watching from, let me know where you're watching from as well. Hi Jeanette, welcome. So I've had a busy week. Last weekend I spent most of my weekend crafting, which is fantastic. And I've got most of my October projects and cards completed. So I always try and get those knocked out, and then I'll spend a couple of weekends filming them. So that's what I'm up to this weekend. So it's going to be another busy weekend here, and my family are going to be a little bit upset because they've got to be a bit quiet. So but that's okay, we'll get it all done. Okay, so like I said, I've got some really exciting news for you today, and I have some really beautiful cards that I got sent in the mail for Random Act of Kindness. So I'm really excited to show you those as well. So what I might do is I might pop that camera down and let's get started. There we go. Just get this camera situated. So hopefully everyone's had a really great week as well. What have you been up to? Our weather has been quite warm the last couple of days. We've had, I think it's been 21 today, so that's very warm to be going straight into almost summer weather where we've had such cold weather. Okay, so I can see all my comments and that as well, so that's really great. So let's get started with the racks. This first one is from Carol Alanis. She is from San Antonio in Texas. And look how gorgeous this card is. Absolutely beautiful, using those sprinkles in the background. And this is a stamp set that has been designed by a $1 million demonstrator, Steffi Hemmensgraf, I think is her name. So this is a really gorgeous card, and she sent me a really beautiful message inside as well. So I've had my drought sprung. The next one is from Marsha McCarthy. She's from New Bern in North Carolina in America. Isn't this gorgeous? A little bit of the polka dot trim there. And also a lovely note inside. So really beautiful card, that one as well. I have one from Gail Schwartz Gruber. She lives in Woodland, California. So lots of American cards this week. Isn't that beautiful? This is the peacock foil, specialty foil. It's a really pretty card. Absolutely gorgeous. And the final one comes from Jeanette, and you're watching, and I was so happy to receive this card. Now she has cased the card that I did, was it a couple of weeks ago? Last week? I'm not sure now. It all melds together. But isn't this gorgeous? And I think this colour that you used would be Sweet Sugar Plum, Jeanette. I did have a look for it the other day, so absolutely beautiful. I love that you've used a different stamp and you've put your own spin on it, so it's really, really beautiful. You'd like to see the little notes inside. Okay. So this one's Gail. And we have Marsha. So these are all part of the Creativity Cave rack, which is a really great rack that I'm part of. And this one's from Carol. Now Carol sends out some absolutely gorgeous cards. She sends out, I think, the most out of everyone in the group. And she was just thanking me. I sent her an Australian tea bag in a card before, so she was just thanking me for that beautiful tea bag that she got. Hi Angie, thanks so much for joining. So I'm just showing my beautiful rack cards for this week. So I'll just quickly go over them again so you can see them, Angie. Absolutely. I went from a drought of no rack cards to abundance. Absolutely gorgeous. And this one here, lovely. Okay, so I really appreciate getting those cards. It really lifts your spirits every day. If you're not part of the rack group, you can join, and you just have to send out, you know, one card a month if you want to, and there is people in all countries, so it's a really great thing to do, and it's lovely when you receive them as well. So let's go on to my YouTube cards this week. So we have Tuesday, I made a mistletoe treat box, and this is using the Cup of Cheer dies, which is, I actually bought the Cup of Cheer dies for the candy cane, but the mistletoe looks so good, and I've used one of the new things in the catalogue. It's the shimmery glossy accents, so gives it that gorgeous little pop there, and just a perfect little size treat holder. So that's this one here, little box bag. And then on today's YouTube, I used this one here. Now this is a case card. It comes from page 4 in the holiday catalogue. It's using the same stamp set and bundle. And this is the candy cane. I had to use this card because it was I really loved the candy cane. Now I've also used that Snowfall Accents puff paint. Really easy to use, and it gives such a great effect, and that's the great foam on top of the hot chocolate there. So there's 2 cards using that whole set for the week, which is really nice. Okay, so we're going to move on to this Sunday's Facebook challenge, and this is the card that I made for it. Now the challenge for Sunday was a colouring card, so any card that you do a little bit of colouring on. The ladies have come up with some amazing cards again. I've used this flower. It's from Beautiful Day stamp set, and some of that gorgeous ribbon that's in the holiday catalogue, the garden green ribbon. So something a little bit different in the background there. And even though that's garden green, I think I've used Old Olive in the stamping, so I'm just mixing it up a little bit. And that's using the stamping blends, which are really great blends to use. Okay, so I just want to quickly go over on my newsletter. If you sign up for my newsletter on my blog, each month I send out a newsletter, but there's also a free printable tutorial there as well. So for the month of September, this is the card that's in the tutorial. So it's just a free little gift to you for subscribing through me, and you get all the information that's going on for the month as well. So that one is there. You can do that over my blog, so my blog address is here if you would like to. Okay, so let's go over. If you order through my online store, which we have, which is a new exciting thing that I wanted to tell you, the online store has been upgraded. Stampin' Up have upgraded the online store. It's amazing. It looks really great. It's nice and clean and fresh. So go over and check that out. You can't put in the www. You have to actually put in the https:// at the moment they're trying to fix that problem. That is a little bit of a problem that they've got at the moment. So you can go over and check that out. It is absolutely beautiful. I love what they've done. So it's going to be really great. Now, if you would like to purchase any Stampin' Up supplies, pop in that hostess code. Now, there's a few different things that you can get by ordering through me. So the first thing is I'll send you an email tutorial. This is a bundle of 50 tutorials. And so each month it'll be different. There is beautiful tutorials, and these are all from the holiday catalogue. So some awesome cards there using all the new stuff in the holiday catalogue. You can't go wrong. It's a great little bundle there. Oh, it's a big bundle. So my card for this tutorial is this one here. I thought I'd go with Halloween because we don't really do too much, but I'm trying to do a little bit more. So that's that one there. Not only will you receive that in as an email, you will receive a handmade card from me, and if you spend over $50, or for every $50, you will receive an Inky reward. So go and check that out. All the information is on my blog as well. So one thing I just wanted to quickly go over with you again is the Designer Series paper catalogue. It's the share on the Designer Series paper. So let's just quickly go through. There are 6 Designer Series paper in this share. So we have Toil Tidings, Let It Snow, Night Before Christmas, Feels Like Frost, that is absolutely gorgeous paper, Wrapped in Plaid, and Brightly Gleaming. So all up, there are 72 sheets of the 6x6, $37 plus postage, or you can pick up here in Dingy. And as a free gift for purchasing that, I will send you this as well. So there's just a few embellishments, a few jingle bells, some of those metallic stars, some epoxy dots in the glitter. And then we have 5 of the ribbons from the catalogue. So we have the garden green, the cherry cobbler, the very vanilla and copper, the basic black in the spooky. That is really, really pretty ribbon there. And also the soft seaside spray, which is really glittery as well. So that is just a free item for purchasing that share. Now I'm doing the share again because it was popular, and I've had a couple of people ask me if I would do it again, so I'm offering it again for anyone who missed out and would like to get in on the catalogue share. Now also for this month, the Designer Series paper sale is on. Buy 3 get 1 free. It's selected papers only, but these papers are really nice papers in the annual catalogue. And yeah, you buy 3 get 1 for free. You could also go in with some of your friends, and that way you can bundle them together and get a little bit of each one rather than having to buy all 3. But you know, you're looking at $20 each, so that is doable as well. But if you've got a couple of friends to go in with you, that makes it a little bit easier as well. Oh, and the DSP offer, this runs for this month, so the 4th to the 30th of September. So a really great deal. Now the holiday catalogue is out and it's live. This is it here. I'm so happy with this catalogue. It's a really great catalogue. If you live in Australia and you don't already have a demonstrator that you work with and you would like a copy, let me know. I'll send you one out, not a problem. There is some wonderful things in here. And if you are looking at doing any Christmas crafting or whatever, now is the time to start looking and start purchasing so you can get it all done, so you're not trying to do it all last minute. And it's not fun when it's last minute, so have a look at it now. You can also see the catalogue in my online store if you would like to look at it online. So that's really great. So check out my online store too, because they have done some amazing things. Stampin' Up! Done amazing things with that website. It's got everything there, and it's clean, fresh, lots of ideas. So it's really, really wonderful. So we're going to do the draw next. Now last week I actually made this box here. I'm not going to give this one away because it'd cost a fortune to send overseas if it's an overseas person, but also chances of it getting crushed in the mail are probably pretty good. So I'm not going to send that one, but what I thought I might do is I'd send last week's cards. So we have last Tuesday's card and last Thursday's card. So those are the ones that we're going to send out with this drawing. So let me do that drawing. Good luck, everyone. Angie Fairburn, beautiful. Well done, Angie. And oh, I have 2 there, I think. No. Debra Jane Henderson. Well done, ladies. So what I need you to do is if you could just email me your address and I can send them out to you tomorrow or Monday, whenever you get back to me. So Debra Jane Henderson and Angie Fairburn. Well done. Move those ones out of the road. Okay, so today's card that we are going to make, there is a technique involved. It is called ghosting. This is the card we're making. Now the ghosting technique is in the background here. What it is this is glossy cardstock, and you stamp with Versamark, let it dry, and then you go over the glossy cardstock with either a sponge brayer, a sponge dauber, and that gives us that great ghosting effect in the background. So this is the card we're going to make. And now I sent a couple of rack cards a little while ago, and I did this technique, and a lot of people actually asked how to do it once it was on, to say thank you. So that is why I'm doing this card today. It's just to show that beautiful technique, because I don't know, you don't see it around very often, but I absolutely love it. It's a really great technique to use. So for this card, I've used the Abstract Impressions stamp set. The background is done in the handwritten background stamp. I've used the corrugated 3D embossing folder, and I've already done that just to save bringing the big shot out. This is crumb cake cardstock. We have a 2-inch circle punch. The inks are Versamark and Seaside Spray. Now we're not doing any heat embossing or anything like that. You just stamp with the Versamark. I have this gorgeous ribbon, and this is the scalloped linen ribbon in the Seaside Spray. Really pretty ribbon, and that comes in all the in colours, so all the beautiful in colours, which is just lovely ribbon. I have some silver metallic thread, iridescent sequin assortment, and I'm using the sponge brayer as well. So let me bring in the card kit. The card kit is thick Whisper White, and that's just half an A4 piece of cardstock that has been halved and then scored in half again. I'm just going to burnish that edge there. We have a piece of the glossy white card. Now all the measurements, you'll be able to find them on my YouTube channel tomorrow. I have a piece of Whisper White and then a long strip for the sentiment as well. So let's get moving with this glossy cardstock. I'm going to bring in that handwritten stamp set. Let's put it on a block. There we go. And I'm just going to ink that up with the Versamark. I'm interested, has everyone seen this technique before? Like I said, you don't see it out and about very often, so lovely good coverage there. I'm just going to place the glossy cardstock down on top and just press that down so we get a good clear image. So there's a bit of movement in that camera, sorry. Now what we need to do is you can see that in the, what we need to do is we need to let this dry. So I already have one that I've done earlier today, which doesn't show up quite as much once it's dry. So let's bring that in. I'm also going to bring in just a scrap piece of paper so I don't wreck my surface. And this Seaside Spray, which is absolutely gorgeous periwinkle type colour. It's part of the in colours. Now to use a sponge brayer, what you need to do is you need to roll but lift off each time. That way you're not just inking one area on the sponge, you're inking the whole sponge up and it's even. So we're just going to keep lifting that up. This is a really light colour anyway, so I have to go over it a few times, so I love that it's a really nice light colour. And what you're doing is you're just going to keep layering over until you get to the right colour. So you can have it as dark or as light as you wish. You haven't seen this technique before, Jeanette? Is that what the no means? Sorry, I have trouble concentrating. Sometimes I'll ask a question and I forget what I've asked. So I think that's what you're meaning. And this is perfect for any stamp set that you have. This will work for anything. I have done it with the mermaid in class before. We had the mermaid ghosting in the background. It was a really pretty card. Now I found that the sponge sprayers work a little bit better than just the sponge, because a sponge will leave, if you press too heavily, it'll leave like rings on the card, whereas the sponge sprayer just works really well. Gives it a nice, clean, even coverage. Okay, so I think we're almost there. I'm actually really happy. I know that looks quite light on the camera, but it's actually got quite a bit of colour on it in real life. So we're going to move over to the rest of our stamping, and we have those gorgeous flowers in the Abstract Impressions stamp set. And with the large one, I'm actually going to stamp that off. So I'm going to do second generation stamping. Let's move that in a bit. So just stamping that one off, and then I'm going to stamp down. And this next one, which is the overlay, I'm going to do that straight down, so we have the full colour going down, which gives it a really nice effect there. I love this stamp set. Going to move over to the next flower, and we're just going to do the exact same thing. So the background one we're going to stamp off. And I have cleaned this stamp quite a few times. I have some red residue on there still, so that's why it comes out a little bit more purpley pinky colour than the blue. I've tried to clean it numerous times and it just does not come clean. So I'm going to go over with that beautiful Seaside spray. And the last one is just this little flower leaf here. It's a like a tulip type flower. Lovely. So I'm going to do my sentiment as well, and we have thank you for that. I don't actually have the thank you out, so let's grab that one. So much for being prepared. Oh, you like the even colour. Okay. Bonus. Okay, so we have that down. I'm just going to stamp the thank you. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of fussy cutting those little flowers out. So let's do that quickly. What's everyone up to this weekend? You're getting a little crafting done? I think we're up for some very warm weather throughout the next week. Like I said, it's 21 today, but I think we're getting 24 or 25 next week, and still no rain in sight, which is a little sad. The farmers' crops really need a bit of rain now at this point, otherwise they might fall down. I don't know whether they're going to get it. Last one. So I'll let you in on a little secret. This Abstract Impressions stamp set is what we're using with the Global Monthly Video Collab group next month. So we'll have lots of ideas for you next month, and that's the first Wednesday of the month that we all get together and have YouTube videos. So if you haven't seen them yet, head over to my YouTube channel and check that out. And while you're there, subscribe to me as well. Okay. Still doing the scrapbook album. You'll have to let us have a look at it once you've done it, Jeanette. Is it a proper scrapbook or is it pocket pages? How do you do your scrapbooking? I've done a lot of scrapbooking when my kids were really young. And to be honest, I don't do a lot anymore, which is sad because there's a big gap in the kids' albums. Okay, so what we have, I'm going to bring that out as well. So all the measurements and supplies can be found on my blog. I think I did say that on my YouTube channel tomorrow if you are interested in making this card later on. So I have just that piece that I have used, the corrugated 3D folder through. I'm just going to punch out a 2-inch circle punch. And we're pretty much ready to start all our layering. So I'm going to stick this down onto the card base, and I'm going to use some tear and tape for that. I find, because it has a tendency to lift a little bit, it's better to use a good strong adhesive. A 12 by 12, okay. So Jeanette, is it, are you doing a certain period of time, like over the last couple of years, or a life album? How are you doing it? That's amazing. What an amazing gift. I will say a couple of years ago, I made a scrapbook album for my best friend up in Queensland, and we get together at least once, maybe twice a year. And we always take a lot of photos together. And I did, for Christmas a couple of years ago, I did a scrapbook album for her of all our trips together. So it was a really lovely gift. And it's something that they can treasure forever, isn't it? That's what I like about it. Okay, so we have that down. I'm going to attach some of that beautiful ribbon in the background there, so I'm going to just bring some tear and tape in. I find tear and tape's really the best one to use for attaching ribbon down. No, Marion, my kids won't let me take pictures of them. Are you still a little salty that you haven't got photos of them? Life one. She was 70 in June, only got half done. Okay. Well, you have been not 100% well, so what a lovely gift though. I'm going to show a little bit of that crumb cake in the background there. There we go. cut that end off here. When I actually made this card, I was going to have this Whisper White piece centered in the middle, but it didn't quite work out that way, so I had it moved over to the right. So I'll probably do that again. I might pop this one down first. Just looking at that, that looks smaller. I may have used the 2.5 inch circle punch, but that's okay, 2 inches will fit just fine. Marion. You never know, Christmas is coming. Dana likes thoughtful gifts. Maybe she'll give you a photo for Christmas. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that one down there just like that. How do I want that? So let's pop some of that tear and tape on the back here. Now, if you would like a chance to win this card, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. I'd really appreciate that as well. And I'll do the drawing next week on my live. She's trying very hard, Jeanette. Do you get an update on your Brownie Mama book? I don't know. Marion, have you done any silly things lately? So a couple of years ago, well, it's actually feels like a long time ago, for Christmas I did a little scrapbook with all the things that Marion had done that was funny. So we're pretty accident prone as a family, and Marion's done some very funny things with the kids over the time, so that was a great gift, wasn't it? Very thoughtful and funny. And it's a gift that just keeps on giving because we always get a good laugh out of it. Oh, so what have I not done? See, I shouldn't talk so much. Let's bring some of that ribbon in. So we've just got some silver metallic thread. And we're just going to go around a few times. Let's hopefully I can tuck that in and under a little. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Now all these ones are also just going to get tucked in and under a little bit. I'm going to pop some, I'm going to do tear and tape on it just because this glossy paper is a little hard. A little hard to attach with liquid glue. Jeanette, you know what? I'll get her to send it down and I'll show you. Because it's a really great book. What do you think, Marion? Oh, excellent. You're going to bring it down next holidays. Very good. Okay. Let's just pop a few of these other ones down as well. And I really liked the iridescent sequins in this. I find that the iridescent sequins really take on colours that are around the sequins, which really makes this blue pop. Okay. That's off a little bit. Let's just cut that down just slightly so it's not quite off the page. Let me show you those sequins. So they come in a few different colours there. Pinks and oranges, greens, I think there's blue. I'm just going to use that Take My Pick tool to pick up a few of these colours. do I want? And you can see how they really take on that blue around them. I want a few littler ones. That's a good one. Nice big one, and one more. Let's do that one there. Okay. So to pop them down, we're going to use some fine tip glue pen. And I'm just going to pop just a little dot down. I'm going to use the take my pick tool to pick them up and just place them straight down and on top. Make sure you pop your lid on your fine tip, it dries out really fast. I think that subtle background with the ghosting technique looks really, really pretty. Would look really nice in a pink as well. And like I said, you can use any stamp for that technique. There we go. That's actually a pretty quick card for tonight, I think. And that is how it turned out. Okay. Don't forget Angie and Debra. Don't forget to email me your address. That'd be really great. And if you would like a chance to win this one next week, all you need to do is just like, comment and share this video. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to switch the camera back around. There we go. So I hope you've enjoyed today's card. I actually have been wanting to do it for a couple of weeks, so it's good that I've been able to bring it to life in front of you tonight. So I'm going to be back next week, next Thursday. I've got some really great cards next week and a really great Facebook challenge on Sunday. So you've still got time to do the colouring Facebook challenge that was on Sunday. You've got till Sunday morning, about 10 o'clock, to get your card in, and we'd love to have you as well. Okay, so I'm off. I hope you have a really nice night, and I hope to see you all back here next week. Okay, see ya.